back. Welcome back to Brandon Smooth TV. Back at y'all with another review. We got She-Hulk episodes 4 and 5. Now, picking up with episode 4, and I will say this because I've been critical of this show. Episode 4 probably so far is my best episode. I call it the Wong episode. So what happens is a fake magician with the sling ring actually he went to study with Wong and you know where Doctor Strange went to practice magic, and he has a sling ring, and what he's doing, he's using it to do basically like David Copperfield or like Las Vegas type magic. He used the sling ring. He actually opens a portal, which brings Madison, and I actually enjoy Madison's character, even though there's not too many levels to her. I do enjoy her character, and I did laugh and giggle, because basically she's just playing like Paris Hilton. Brings Madison through a portal, through a magic show, so basically takes her from the club, and then he ends up sending her to Wong's apartment. Also, we kind of get to see what Wong done behind the scenes. Wong just be chilling, man, watching The Sopranos. Look like he had him a nice drink, sitting around dancing to music and stuff. Well, be chilling. And I don't want nobody to be critical of Wong's behavior in this scene, because let's not forget, in the original Doctor Strange, he was singing Beyonce. So Wong listening to music, vibing out, that ain't nothing new for him. Let's really keep it a buck. Now, I do like that they showed that too, because what it does, it humanizes these characters who are superheroes, super powerful, almost godlike, and brings them down to our level, which is awesome. So that's basically the main story. The B story is She-Hulk trying to get some ding dong. That's what this episode's about. She's trying to get laid. And of course what she does is she creates a page under her normal self, Jennifer. Nobody's really hitting it up. But then she created a page as She-Hulk. And people are hitting it up. They dating her, as we know. She went on a couple of dates. And we know last episode she ended up getting laid. So, you know, that story kind of continued into this story. She had to pay for the date, which was weird too, but women talk about equality. Anyways, it was kind of weird seeing Wong in a courtroom, because what happened with Wong is this: since he found out that this magician was using the sling ring to do tricks and it ended up interfering with him, he goes and hires Jen. And the reason he hires Jen is because she's a lawyer, and he's going to basically do some type of cease and desist as far as this guy being able to use magic. Basically, he's saying this guy's tampering with forces that's really unknown, and he doesn't know exactly what's going on. So that makes sense. She-Hulk goes on several dates, and she takes a dude home first night. No judgment. I've taken chicks home first night. No judgment. For a one-night stand. She was super horny. And that's what this episode was about, her getting laid, as I said. Now, she carried him to the room. That was some weird-ass shit. Because, I don't know, y'all. I don't care if a chick's taller than me or stronger than me. You're not carrying me to the room. Okay? I'm not a fucking baby. You're not carrying me to the room. It just is what it is. So in the morning, she wakes up. She didn't cook breakfast, you know what I'm saying? And he left in the morning as soon as he seen Jen, because he was attracted to She-Hulk. And I didn't really feel bad for her, because you created a profile with She-Hulk, right? And that's what he expected. Now, if he would have woke up and She-Hulk's big ass was sitting in there cooking breakfast, he probably would have stayed and ate. But that dude's different than me, I ain't gonna lie. I would have probably ate the breakfast and then went ahead and tapped Jen's ass one good time. Jen can get it too. But this scene was interesting to me, because sometimes when you take people home, right, and they look a certain way in the club with all the makeup and accessories and stuff, and then you wake up in the morning and this person does not look the same, would y'all say that's a little misleading? I don't know. Leave a comment. But yeah, that was kind of weird. But he was attracted again to She-Hulk. He was not attracted to Jen. Um, I'm pretty sure they know what she looked like. I don't know if they got her on the news story with the fight with Titania, whatever her name is. Because I think she transformed before then, but she was kind of like behind like the judge court area. I don't know. Y'all remember that scene? Anyways, if you're gonna date a She-Hulk, just be She-Hulk because you're gonna get disappointed. Like you end up getting disappointed. Now, this dumbass magician ends up summoning little demons from another dimension. I don't know if this is Mephisto. We don't know. But he has to have Wong basically interfere. He asked him for help. And then the Wong, he gets She-Hulk to come help him. So she's fighting off all the demons. And they're basically putting them in a portal, getting them out of their area. I like this scene with Wong. It did remind me of Doctor Strange. And Wong was a badass in this. And She-Hulk was getting down too. She was a little reluctant to fight. But she was throwing demons in there too, getting down. And I thought that was cool. Now, at the end of the episode, we find out Titania is suing She-Hulk, basically for the rights over her name. It looks like she trademarked it first, and that's what it is. So that's how the episode ends. Episode 4, the reason why I liked it was Wong and Madison with 2 N's. It was a better episode than the first 3, in my opinion. And Madison is cool. She wasn't too much for me. I like her and Wong's relationship, and hopefully she pops up again in MCU. I'm pretty sure she will. Just for comic relief. I liked her in the court scene. That was pretty cool. And then we get on into episode 5. In episode 5, we find out that Titania is actually selling beauty products named She-Hulk. And she got every type of female product you need as far as beauty is concerned. Cream, eye things, lip things, skin things, I don't know, hair things that females use. And then She-Hulk finds out about this, and she's like, what the hell? So they end up going in court, and you can see him right here kind of on the picture in court. I don't know. I don't know about fashion. But this outfit look weird. Both the outfits look weird because She-Hulk been running around in this suit looking like a goddamn college basketball coach in this picture. And then, I don't know how makeup and shit work, but it just looked like Mimi from fucking the Drew Carey show. A little bit to me. Sorry. It is what it is. So she actually finds out about this, and her brother pops in one of the scenes. He's like, look, we got all these products. I'm about to have you sign them. And she's like, this don't really have nothing to do with me. So they end up having to go to court. Of course, she can't represent herself. Even though she is a lawyer, she could technically, but it, probably don't look good in the court of law. So she hires the lawyer that she kind of was her rival in the firm. She goes back to her old firm and hires the rival. She basically represents her. Also, the other lawyer dude from a previous episode, he said he got to go out and get the Iron Man 3s. All I got to say is Jordan is the GOAT when you get references like this. And then the whole... Really? Is it the B story? Yeah, I guess it would be the B story. Jen's friend is going to get her some custom clothes made. And like I said, because this suit is trash, y'all. Look at the suit. It's time for her to get some other clothes, man. And I guess she only had one suit? You only got one suit. Well, I guess one suit to stretch. I'm confused. Is it the man suit? I don't know. But it is time to get some new clothes. Now, Titania, I don't know too much about her in the comics, so I'm not going to front like I do, but she just basically played like a Kim Kardashian-esque character. Not really no originality in his originality. I don't know if that's her main villain, but if this is her main villain, like Batman the Joker, Spider-Man the Green Goblin, Superman the Lex Luthor, she had the one scene when she busted in the courtroom, messing stuff up, and then I don't see the villainy. I don't think she did nothing villainous. Like, she made a business move, which I thought was pretty good, and probably made, a couple $1 million, a couple $100,000 off of, selling these She-Hulk products. And that's cool. But that's not really, like, villainous compared to, like, what villains do. I mean, they said she's an influencer. I'm pretty sure they probably updated and changed that from the comics. So that's fine. And all she wanted to do was sell products. So they end up going to court. And the writing is so fucking predictable. Like, I was watching this episode, And basically, throughout the episode, they were showing, like, she basically has to prove that she's She-Hulk. And the lawyer that she hires, strategy, is to prove that, right? I knew her creating that dating profile was going to come back. The writing was super, super fucking predictable. And it comes back crazy because it actually helped her win the case against Titania. I said it right, yeah. Her dates actually showed up to testify on her behalf and assist her in reclaiming her name legally, right? Even the one she slept with that left that morning, he ended up showing up. Now, after they win the case, her and her lawyer friend, they go to the bar, have some drinks, and they just start bashing more men bashing at the bar. They are bashing the people and basically saying these dudes ain't shit. But 30 minutes prior, an hour prior, these men took time out of their busy schedule to go to fucking court and help you. And then 30 minutes later, you saying they ain't shit, and but you needed them. Which is weird. If 4 of my exes showed up on some legal shit for me personally, I'm going to be appreciative of that shit. You know why? Because you didn't have to show up. The number y'all showed up probably helped too and helped woo the judge, to rule in She-Hulk's favor to reclaim her name. But this show is fucking stupid. And they do shit like this all the time. It'll be this one day, it'll be that the other day. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to make a decision. Jen don't like herself. Jen likes She-Hulk, but she don't like herself, and she calls her little old Jen, and I guess that's supposed to be part of I don't know. Maybe that's part of her story arc. But if you didn't like yourself before you turned into She-Hulk, you got some shit you need to work out with Jen. Now, I understand you got to use the She-Hulk form for work and, maybe to save some people here and there, but Jen has some issues. And the problem with this show is it's episode 5, and we don't know who Jen is. I know she like talking shit about dudes. I know she think she got it way harder than Bruce because men say what's up to her in the streets and shit happen. Basically societal norms. Because even as men, I know not to walk into a Crip or Blood neighborhood wearing the wrong color. I can get my ass whooped and fucked up. That's just logic. We know that I guess she's cool with her family for the most part. They do have a pretty good relationship. But what do we know about Jen? Because they start off the series basically saying the backstory, how she turned into She-Hulk, but what do we know about Jen? Is the show about discovering who Jen is? Is that the ultimate message? I don't know what this show is about because I don't know what the main character is about. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't get it. And yes, we like the comedy and a little bit of action in there. I'll let the action thing go. This is called She-Hulk Attorney at Law, right? It ain't called She-Hulk about to bash the world kicking ass, okay? It ain't no soldier name in it like Falcon. So I get it. But who is Jen? It seems like She-Hulk is who she wants to be, but she never was. So now since she has these powers, she can be the person she always wanted to be? If somebody tell me what the show about and about the main character, I would like it because all I know is she drinks and she's a lawyer. That's basically how she's presented. And she was super horny to episode 4. These are just regular things that people are. It's like almost like they just throwing shit like to the board and seeing what's stick. I want Jen to be empowered, y'all. I want her to find herself. I want her to be an independent character, right? I want her to be herself. And not necessarily live in her cousin's shadow, I get it. But who are you? You just a horny lawyer that be talking shit so far. When I watched Daredevil, when that show came out, I knew who Daredevil was. I knew based off of his friends and people that are around him. I knew that they felt like they had to protect him from himself, even though he was very, very capable of protecting himself. I knew that he had secrets and trauma that he dealt with. He didn't tell his friends everything, even about him being Daredevil. I knew from flashbacks that Daredevil had a rocky relationship with his parents, with his father in particular, going to watch him fight. That's why he's so hardcore at fighting. You know, I knew these things. And Daredevil wasn't in the Avengers. It wasn't like they had movies prior, you know what I'm saying, to give us, you know. He had that whack movie with Ben Affleck. We want to get into that. But we didn't have nothing in the MCU about him. So I'm trying to, like, I like to compare so I can understand, what is Jen about? They need to show some flashbacks when she was a little girl. I need to see something prior to her becoming a lawyer. And when I see that, I'll be able to connect the dots and say, this is why she's acting like this. This is why she does what she does. Other than her being a woman, that's not enough to explain the depth of a character. I don't care if you got a burrito or a taco. I don't care, okay? Because I love good characters. Period. It don't matter if you're a male or a female. But that can't be your only trait. That's all I'm trying to say. So, yes, I know we only midway through the season. You know, we on episode 5. But by this time, I should know who you are. And I still don't know. I'm watching House of the Dragon. I know who these characters is. And some of them are fucking young adults. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be back with another review. Peace.